So now that you guys know a bit about this and some of the bugs you might face, let's try and have a look at the edit view, which is, in my mind, one of the most complex ones of this setup. So I'm pressing edit here, and I'm going in here, and notice that all of a sudden it already pre-selected the specific wishes for that person. Now let's start out there. Let's start out by figuring how the get actually figures out the right wishes to populate. And it's very, very simple, luckily. Finally, something simple. So if I go into the person controller right here, and I scroll down to my edit view, this is the get request for the edit view. I go down here and you'll see I'm pulling out the person that I want to edit. That's like we did before. I'm pulling out the specific person status that I want to edit for the select list. That's also what we made earlier. And then the new thing here is that I'm also pulling out the list of all the different wishes. But I'm converting it into a list of IDs instead of a list of wishes. So what this actually ends up with is just an int array of IDs. Just like we did when we grabbed the names inside the post get request up here in the create one. Post get request, the post create request up here. Let me just find it again. Where we pulled in the wishes IDs. I'm actually doing the same down here with the link statement saying go and pull out all the wishes but convert them into a list of integers or an int array where I just select each ID for the person and put that in there. And then I send that, not only do I have the multi-select list now, I actually as the fourth parameter send in the list of all the IDs that it should pre-select for me. That's how easy it is. Now let's have a look at the edit view, what we had to change in there. So I go to the edit view, I scroll down and I find my list here of the different wishes. Now just notice one thing, by the way, this is just a copy of this guy, the other drop down list. The only difference is again that I add a multi-select list instead of actually a select list. So there's nothing new in here. Notice it's exactly the same as the create one, no difference. But because the multi-select list now also has a list of all the different IDs that you select, automatically behind the scenes it pre-populates the selected values for me inside the view. So let's just have a look at the edit view again. So it just pre-populates all those views inside the multi-select list. That's all I had to do. So that's the index part of the edit view. That's how simple that is. So it pre-populates all these. Let's just have a look at the actual HTML code for the select here. So we know that it actually pre-populated them. Opening the select list. You'll notice that these guys, they all get the selected tag. That's because automatically behind the scenes it figures out that this ID, and this ID are actually already selected because I send in this pre-populated int array with all the IDs that I selected. So again, you'll learn something new here by looking at the int inside the person controller. This is how you can say person wishes select only the ID and convert it into an array of that ID. It's that simple. So that's another link expression you can use where we only select a single property and add that to an array. So in the next lesson, let's see how the post actually works then.